And this guy said because he didn't get his reward money, he killed my cat. Okay. You can't kill someone else's animal. He's got other cats that are hanging out on his property. I'm afraid he's going to kill him.
Why did you pick that particular cat?
The other ones are more wild. I can't get a hold of them. Well, Hitler used natural gas to kill people over there.
When an Ohio woman calls to accuse an elderly neighbor of killing her emotional support animal, police have no idea what they're getting into at the scene. What they find is the rage of a grieving pet owner and a man who has found a grim solution for trespassing cats. But the dark method he uses to carry out these executions will leave officers reeling in horror.
How many cats have you euthanized?
How many?
Yeah.
Just lately?
Lately or ever or...
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. The trouble in Wooster, Ohio begins on the afternoon of May 6, 2024, when an irate woman named Courtney calls 911 to accuse her neighbor of a sickening crime.
I think I need to talk to an officer, please.
About what?
So, my cat's been missing since spring, and an older gentleman found it. He murdered my cat, and that's not the only cat he murdered. He said he's going to start killing cats if people don't come get them. It was really hard not to punch an 80-some-year-old man in his face.
An officer with the Wooster Police Department goes out to investigate the complaint, and it quickly becomes clear that there's much more to Courtney's story than meets the eye.
Hello. Hey, I want this dude arrested. I went down there to check on my cat because he's been running around, and this guy said because he didn't get his reward money, he killed my cat. Okay. You can't kill someone else's animal.
Okay. When did you last have the cat?
He was here just right before spring, but I'd say March.
If he gets out and runs off every once in a while trying to get some pussy.
Don't say. My cat's a nut.
Good job.
This isn't the first time that her cat Bean has gone missing. In December, Courtney printed a flyer promising a $100 reward to anyone who could help find the cat. Ultimately, Bean was found and returned by the very man she's now accusing.
He was missing for a good 4 or 5 months, and then that guy saw the flyer, said, I found your cat. But he brought my cat back. He asked for the reward, and I said, well, I don't have it right now. It wasn't specified. And Bean was hanging out, and then he left, and he came back, then he left. And then these guys like, oh, your cat's back over here. And I'm like, okay, well, if it becomes a problem, let me know. And he's like, well, I want my $100. And I said, well, I don't have it right now, sir. I have kids. I have, my husband just got laid off. I don't have it. And he said he killed my cat.
In a startling twist, Courtney and her husband reveal that Bean is not the only one of their cats to have met their fate in this man's vicinity.
Because he just nonchalantly, he's like, oh, they're both dead.
Yeah, he said that he found the one under the camper in his driveway.
And he said he had the other one killed.
So which one did he find dead?
His cat, Thunder. That's just a regular cat. He's got other cats that are hanging out on his property. I'm afraid he's going to kill him. But the one he killed is my emotional support animal. He has been with me. We got in a rollover accident. My cat was right there with me.
While Bean's alleged demise is disturbing, the horrifying details of what really happened can only come from one man.
All right, I'll run over there and talk to this guy and see what we can do, but if he's just holding the cat for the money, I mean, that's still a possibility, so. Why don't you call him? Why don't you call him?
Call him?
Yeah, don't tell him I'm here. Try to get him to say it again. That would be helpful. Say, I don't believe you killed my cat.
Please leave your message for
Walter Schworm.
This attempt to solicit a confession may have failed, but when the officer arrives at Ivan's home around the corner, it rapidly becomes clear that subterfuge will not be necessary.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
All right.
I'm here about a cat.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, there were 2 cats. 2 cats are dead.
Yeah. So how did Bean die?
My neighbor who used to live there is Exterminator. He loaned me a cooler, and I put carbon dioxide in on him, and in about 3 minutes he was dead.
Ivan's hideous admission will only grow more appalling when the officer visits the Exterminator and gets an up-close look at the homemade gas chamber he used to carry out the execution.
This is it.
Okay. So it just feeds into it, pretty simple.
Yeah.
About how many times have you loaned it to him?
I think twice that I've loaned it to him.
Okay.
Though Ivan told the exterminator he was using the cooler on raccoons and possums, he had his sights set on a more domestic victim, and his dark recollection of Bean's death is unsettling.
Bean got in my back porch, and I caught him, I took him out, dropped him in the cooler, and I turned the gas on for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
People will suffocate in 5 minutes.
Why did you pick that particular cat?
The other ones are more wild. I can't get a hold of them.
Okay.
He was wild when he first come down here, and then he got tamed down. His brother's dead in there. He's full of maggots and stuff. I just picked him up maybe an hour before you got here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Thunder, I don't know if a raccoon killed him. Two toms will kill each other.
And in a day filled with strange remarks, the one Ivan makes next is perhaps the strangest.
What do you call it? Hitler used natural gas to kill people over there, you know.
Right.
I love cats. Come here, I'll show you. I wanted to finish feeding my cat.
Okay.
See, this white female's not fixed. That one, when they fix him, they snip. The other cat, see the one up there? She's got a snip off of her ear.
Right, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, and so Bean wasn't fixed.
How many cats have you euthanized?
How many?
Yeah.
Just lately?
I mean, lately or ever or...
I can't spend $500 on vet bills.
If Bean's death was nauseating enough on its own, it's perhaps even more dreadful to realize that Courtney's cat was only one of many animals Ivan killed with this cooler.
I had 3 sets of kittens in the house. The kittens were all less than a week old, so I put down 12 kittens with that same cooler. One Tom in the basement was sick. He had snotty eyes, and I put one sick cat down and 5 healthy cats down.
Okay.
But beyond licenses, the bigger problem seems to be the way in which Ivan is attracting animals to his property, intentionally or not.
The other issue is you're publicly feeding cats.
Yeah, I know.
So they're going to come here.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So you're encouraging potentially other people's cats to get out to come here. Like you are aware where the cat belongs.
Yeah,
Now,
I took it up there and I put it in the house.
I understand.
And they let it get out. And so it had been down here, after it got out, it had been down here. So I ended up feeding it almost 10 weeks.
Right. So I'm just going to draw a line in the sand here. It's illegal to kill cats. It's a violation of the law.
But a pound, the veterinary puts them down.
Correct. But they have licenses to do that.
Yeah, and I don't have a license.
Correct. Cats that have started living here that maybe used to belong to somebody that are lost and they just figured they ran away.
Yeah, well, I knew.
Now they're here and maybe you've killed them. You know what I mean? So it creates this revolving door of issues here for the local habitat.
Ivan's final thoughts are about the policies of the local shelters, but the officer encourages him to keep one thing in mind above all else.
So this is 100% cats.
Yeah.
But they won't let you bring any more cats in there.
Right. Yep. I don't have a solution off the top of my head for you. But for right now, just stop killing them, and we'll just start with that, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Ivan.
3 months later, in August 2024, Walter Ivan Schworm was charged with 18 counts of cruelty to companion animals, which was reduced in a plea deal to 6 counts and 1 petty theft charge. The charges were filed as first-degree misdemeanors, and after pleading guilty, Ivan was sentenced to 6 months probation. Additionally, Ivan was instructed to write an apology letter to Courtney and pay her $100 in restitution. He was forbidden to have animals of any kind on his property, and the judge also fined him $150 in the form of a donation to an animal shelter. The payment was made in Bean's memory.